Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Quick Pop Podcast. I'm Nannercat, of course, and with me, I have...
Ace of Spades, also known as Steven.
And we also have another very special guest, a new guy. You guys may have heard of him already. Take it away.
Yeah. I'm Nelstar15.
That name sounds familiar. Where have I met you? I bet it was at a meetup in Austin.
It was a meetup in Austin. Exactly. So tell us a little bit about yourself real quick.
Oh, my name's Nelstar15, or Nell, as everybody calls me. I'm community manager at AMD and part-time broadcaster and a lifetime fan of wrestling that didn't watch for a decade that came back a year ago.
That's fine.
Quite okay.
We all went in and out for a certain amount of time.
That's actually a really good segue to our next question to you. Tell us a little bit about your wrestling history. Like when you got in, did you ever get out? Stuff like that.
I got in from probably around like 95, 96, whenever I was about 7 or 8. And I was one of the few that only watched WCW. I didn't watch WWF back in the day. And watched that from like 95, 96 until they shut down, watched the Invasion angle for a little bit and then hopped over to TNA with the rest of WCW. And then, once those guys started disappearing, I kind of bailed out. But actually good old Nannercat here had mentioned something about Daniel Bryan, and I started reading up on Daniel Bryan, watching some old clips. This was about a year and a half ago.
So, yeah.
About a year and a half ago. So I was watching, old Daniel Bryan clips, and then a year ago is whenever he retired, and I watched that episode of Raw, and I was like, okay, I'm back. I was like, I'm in, and I've been hooked. I've watched every Raw and SmackDown, every pay-per-view since in the past year.
I'm impressed that you listened to Nanner, because Nanner has put me on some roads that I regret going down.
I respect his decisions for the
what roads? I want to know these roads.
There was a certain TNA pay-per-view that everyone insisted that I watch, because I didn't watch TNA like that. I just didn't. So Nanner and our previous guest, Kari Sensei Slayer, was like, no, you should watch this particular TNA pay-per-view. Why? What makes it? They're like, this is the turning point.
It was magnificent.
It
was beautiful.
2004, and then it died in 2008. Why would you watch anything past then?
No, I don't. Like I said, I don't remember which one it was.
2 men only.
But all I know is there was a cage match that someone somehow got disqualified for, which makes no sense. Like, someone in the cage match got disqualified for using a weapon, and I'm like, wait, what? And the whole night was just disappointment after disappointment. And so I can't watch TNA, because, like, you're supposed to show people the good and then be like, yeah, no, you need to watch this so you have a barometer of, like, how far it went down. But here's the one you need to watch. This is what defined. No, they were like, here's the bottom of the barrel for TNA. Now everything else is gooder and better and, up from this. It doesn't matter. All I think about is the fact that somebody got disqualified in a cage match. A weapon in the cage.
Okay. So, the only thing you probably needed to watch was just Broken Matt Hardy. That was it.
No, see,
Broken Matt Hardy it works, but if you're talking like, okay, hey, go watch TNA. You need to watch Slammiversary 2006 and then never watch TNA again,
or only watch the Broken Matt Hardy segments like of now, but don't go. Oh yeah, go watch this pay per view from. Don't do that.
Or watch the wrestling matches from Kurt Angle.
Or watch Jeff Hardy versus Sting.
Oh, no, that's horrible. That was horrible.
Or whenever Christian Cage was in his prime at TNA. Like, there were some good ones, but for the most part, don't ever touch TNA.
So
even AJ Styles back in the day.
When I say that, like, Nanner leads me down bad roads, like, it's because of things like that, where he's like, no, you should totally watch this one. I'm like, why? Like, I don't watch TNA. No, you need to watch this TNA. No, okay, fine.
I never meant to be a genius. Like, I'm not supposed to be a genius.
No, that's true.
I'm not.
That's true, but I took your word for it. Okay, I watched WWE, okay, and then some WCW, and I'm like, okay, what's this TNA thing? And Ron, as the ambassador for TNA,
I never claimed to be an ambassador for TNA, though.
When I don't watch TNA, and you're like, you should watch this particular TNA, you became an ambassador, like. That's like taking someone and saying, like, have you never seen this anime? You should watch this anime. And
I would. Oh my God.
If someone's pointing you to TNA and doesn't involve the names Sting, Christian Cage, Samoa Joe, or Kurt Angle, don't listen to them.
Oh, I got something. I got Hulk Hogan like watching his career die in front of his face,
Or Ric Flair.
And Hardy climbing the
Big Bad
Hardy
Booty
climbing
Daddy.
the cage just because
Scott Steiner.
Hardy climbing the cage because look, it's this big giant metal red stupid thing.
Listen, a 6-sided cage just doesn't work for me.
I will say this though, before we get on our main topic.
Yeah.
The other day, I discovered that I think it's Suicide was his name, the red mask. I found out who that is, and I was like, no.
Oh, no, there's been multiple incarnations of Suicide.
Yes, but a certain person that I really like now used to be Suicide.
Yeah,
and I can't
TJ
look
Perkins.
at him. Yeah. I can't look at him the same. I'm like, no, you were my gamer friend. I don't want to look at you in that terrible light. Because remember, I only have memories of that TNA.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I'm just poisoning you.
You are poisoning me. I don't even know if I want to watch New Japan World Wrestling because you'll be like, oh yeah, watch this one and someone's dude's head gets chopped off.
No. I could actually show you a couple of really ridiculous
I'm gonna go find my
matches
own.
where they like wrestle a blow up doll.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna find my
It's
own.
Japan.
Thanks.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
I'm just now getting into what cultures. Don't.
What culture pro wrestling is the
What
tits?
one new thing at a time. I only found them because my secret addiction is top 10 lists,
Oh, me
and
too.
and
I've seen them all.
they fit my needs so well. Like I don't even care.
I watch them before I go to work.
I don't even
It's like
care.
my
Just
thing to
give me a
relax.
top
I
10
watch
list.
them at work.
Yeah.
Some of us don't have that greatness to us, Mr. Social Media Manager.
Well, like I don't even watch like YouTube videos. If I'm gonna be listening to something, I actually put on Talk is Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Like really good podcast.
Yeah.
I put on the Quick Pop podcast, now available at.
Whoa, we're not there yet. Maybe
Not there yet.
maybe after this
Maybe after-
episode, I might actually
Yeah,
apply
this
for.
is the episode.
This is the episode.
The
So,
corruption
if we're not
episode.
there yet, we're there now. We're
Word.
there. We're on
This
iTunes.
Title of this episode is corruption.
If we're not, just wait a couple days.
Oh God.
Okay. So
On to the topic of the day.
on this past week was a very nice like post, like it was the second post pay-per-view episode for SmackDown, like because last week was the initial post one, but
Yeah.
this past Tuesday, sorry, a lot of interesting stuff happened on SmackDown, with the very first thing really, really depressing me right off the bat. Even though I could see the angle that they could work with it,
Yeah.
I really didn't like how SmackDown started out.
Yeah, that was rough. It was
I
really
don't
rough.
want to talk about Naomi. I'm going to cry. Especially.
Especially
I don't
because
want
especially because who they gave it back to, like,
Well, not only
ugh.
that, but she's supposed to take that belt to WrestleMania.
Exactly,
in Orlando.
to her hometown.
In Orlando. So
That's what
it's very
really made me
heartbreaking.
sad. Now I could see. Now brought up a good point. She can always win it back there,
Mhm.
and I could see that. But I really wanted to see her as champ with a WrestleMania entrance. Like, can you imagine like feeling the glow at WrestleMania?
I think no matter what, it's going to be fantastic if she does fight at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
She's going to fight at WrestleMania, and I get what they did.
And I hope she beats the crap out of that Harley Quinn thing.
Alexa Bliss, please.
I really, really hope so. But like to give Naomi, after all the crap that went down with everything in her career.
Well,
I
and
can't
even
pinpoint one thing, like to give her WrestleMania moment in her hometown.
like let's
game.
completely remember the fact that like when they were setting up the match where she would win, what's her name? Alexa literally looked at her and was like, "Oh, I didn't see you there." And I was like, "Did you just make an 'I didn't see you there' joke to a black person? Like you can't do that on TV."
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about that either.
When they were in the ring, Alexa and Mickey, and Mickey was feuding with Becky, and then Alexa kind of looked over and was like, "Oh, I didn't see you there." And this is like the day after Martin Luther King Day, and I was like, "Did you seriously make that reference?" Like, oh my god!
I
no,
I didn't even about that. That is racist as racist can be.
I saw it and I was like, "Did you really let them get away with that?" Wow!
Oh my goodness!
So I don't know why they felt like, okay, yes, Naomi had to drop the belt because of injury or anything. Why give it right back? Like, you had a whole plethora. Give it to Mickey James of somebody. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just not give it right to back to Alexa.
First of all, I'm tired of seeing Alexa beat Becky because Becky is honestly one of the most talented women in the WWE.
Yeah,
and she's essentially jobbing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she can't be a last kicker if you just keep having her job.
I'm biased because I actually like Alexa Bliss.
Well,
like,
you're wrong
her
to sit
facial
in your
expressions
opinion.
Are great. I mean, I do admit that her wrestling needs a little bit of work.
I'm just glad she's out of the
really
Harley Quinn phase.
I like it.
I like her as because I mean, and Ace can agree with me because or can testify what I'm about to say. I judge most wrestlers based off of their promos.
Yeah,
like if you don't have a good promo, you're garbage in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Unless you want to make Roman Reigns look strong.
Make Roman Reigns look strong.
Hashtag make Roman Reigns look strong.
Does he look strong yet?
He's so strong.
Like
let's put him on the mic to say something. No. Get that away from him.
Hey, remember, he's the big dog now.
He is the big dog.
He's not the guy. He's the big dog.
He's the big dog who does not know which feud he wants to take place in.
I mean, it's like trying to make us forget that Luke Gallows was once Festus. Like,
that's the only reason they gave him the championship, because someone probably was like, "Hey, that guy looks familiar." Champions, yeah. No, this is the Gallows. What are you talking about?
So, SmackDown was good though. It was a great SmackDown.
Once again, SmackDown did. I don't remember. Did they feature American Alpha?
Yeah,
a little bit. They gave him a match between Breezango, I think.
Yeah.
Well, let's be real.
We're not going to talk about Breezango because
I like Breezango.
They deserve so much better.
I love Breezango.
You know why I don't like? You know why I like Breezango is because they had the perfect opportunity at a name and they didn't go with it. You've got Fandango, and Tyler Breeze. They could have called their team Febreze, and they didn't.
Wow.
Breezango. They could have called their team Febreze.
But let's be honest. In that entire match, the whole thing was stolen by the fact that the Usos are some of the best on the microphones.
Oh yeah. They're finally letting them loose.
It's still weird to me though, because like in less than a year, they went from like the kids face tag team to like, I don't know.
Straight thug life.
Yeah, straight thug life, yo.
I mean, have you watched Total Divas?
Man,
that's how Johnny is.
If Crime Time comes back, we'll have the trifecta. Brooklyn.
Yeah. Let's get to the biggest point at hand.
I can hear him salivating on the mic. Just, we have to play.
You gotta unleash it.
Let's get to Bray Wyatt.
Follow the buzzards, man.
Look, let's talk about Dean Ambrose.
Follow the buzzards and realize that he is fear. He is the eater of worlds.
No. I think we need to talk about Dean Ambrose real quick.
Listen, I can go put on my Dean Ambrose shirt for the next 5 minutes and talk about Dean Ambrose too.
No, let's get to what we knew we'd talk about in this podcast.
So one of the big things that we wanted to talk about, obviously, with this podcast is Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt looks strong. He looks amazing. He's now a WWE World Champion. He's looking really good with that belt too.
He does,
and he deserves it. He freaking deserves it.
Good save there, buddy.
I just choked.
Yeah, I forgot what I was on.
He freaking
deserves it. I mean, he's no Seth freaking Rollins, but Bray freaking Wyatt, right?
I don't think that. Let's just go with Bray Wyatt channel. I don't think Bray freaking Wyatt.
World's the greatest thing since The Undertaker in 1999.
The new face of fear.
Here's the thing. Since we're talking about the greatness that is Bray Wyatt, which here's the thing. I, as a person, cannot, or as a wrestling fan, I can agree that he 100% deserves it and is in a really, really good character right now. Mm-hmm. That being said, about 2 years ago, at Fastlane, ironically, I was at that pay-per-view, and that was the day that Bray Wyatt did not endear himself very well to me because we didn't pay attention to the card. Like, I didn't look up the Fastlane card, on like the rumor sites and stuff like that, because I was bringing my friend Kari and I wanted it to be fresh. Let's go in this oh my God, we got tickets to the pay-per-view, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're all just sitting there. It's post-match and we're all just talking, wow, that was a really good match. And then all of a sudden, Undertaker's music flipping hits. And, that was the year that you hadn't seen him for like a solid year. And, you just kind of, are we doing this? Really? Is he here? There's no way he's here. Are you serious? Are you serious? And like chanting, and it's the coffin, and you're like, oh my God, the Undertaker's really here. Oh my God, we're at the pay-per-view where the Undertaker, and freaking Bray Wyatt comes out. I got to tell you, he lost a lot of points in my book for that.
That's a lot of heat, though.
It is a lot of heat.
That heat.
You have, or go ahead, Rob.
A lot of heat, and I agree that it's a lot of heat. Like, that's how you build up heat. It's the fake out. I understand that. But as someone who was like, are you freaking kidding me? Y'all are going to show Undertaker here in Memphis, like at the first pay-per-view that I go to? No way. There's no way. I'm going to see that. And it's freaking Bray Wyatt. I'm like, well, you can die.
God.
That's
rough. Like I said, as a wrestling fan, I understand the heat that came with it. Like, I understand the feud. But like, as a fan who was there physically, like it was one thing to see it on TV and go, no way, and then you're swerved. You're like, ah. But when you're like at the arena and Undertaker's music hits, and like the Forum's roof was probably going to come off because no one had seen the Undertaker, the fact that this beardy mofo popped out did not endear himself to me as like a character. As heat, I got it.
Excuse me, sir. First of all, I appreciate the beard.
I'm all for the beard. When the beard pops out of an Undertaker coffin, when I was expecting the Undertaker,
let's kind of address that too, because we've talked about this. Is Bray Wyatt is kind of the heir apparent to the Undertaker's evil empire, if you will.
No doubt about it. But if he would do a little bit more of the supernatural stuff and not just be like, we're a family and we roll together and that's how that is.
But
like,
I think the cult thing works for him, though.
It does. And Sister Abigail does wonders. Like that whole Sister Abigail thing, she speaks to me.
As long as you don't pay attention to the fact that they had a, what was that weird tag match they had with the New Day? The like compound match or whatever like that.
Yeah.
As long as
where they fought in the mud. Yeah, the mud wrestling match.
You just ignore that one.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Let's
they had a match.
Brush that aside. Let's brush that aside.
I mean, it's like talking about where Bray Wyatt started. We just don't acknowledge it. He's always been Bray Wyatt.
Always.
What do you mean? They wrestled. Yeah, but where did they wrestled?
he came out of the womb as Bray Wyatt. There was nothing before Bray Wyatt.
He really is this generation's Undertaker, though. I don't know just yet if I'm willing to fully put him on that pedestal, because I'm worried like the one thing that the Undertaker had going for him is that he kept a shtick going for a while, switched it up a little in the middle, and then went back to it. I'm worried
about the American Badass, because we don't talk about that either.
Yes, but even then, it was still a good, for the time period. It was good. It was good. I'll say that for the time period.
Here's the thing with Bray, and I make no effort to hide the fact that Bray is my favorite superstar in the WWE.
No,
I'm wearing an I Am Fear T-shirt as we're doing this.
I could not get that from the way you were talking.
And here's my thing with Bray is that the way he's just like Taker is that, one, he's technically a heel, yet everybody loves him. It's same thing with the Ministry back in, 98, 99, 2000?
Yeah.
Like, back then.
They were evil, but people loved them being evil.
Yeah, they sacrificed Stephanie McMahon and people were cheering.
Well, but to be fair, it was McMahon. That's probably why they were cheering.
Fair enough. But with Bray, it's like, at the same time, like, it's just this embodiment of evil, of cultish personality, of just such poise on the microphone that you shush, because Bray Wyatt, no matter what he did 2 years ago, I think has redeemed himself in some way. I think
I'm not saying that he has. I'm just saying, if we're talking about our history with it, with like liking a person, he didn't start out well for me.
I will say, whenever Bray Wyatt came back from his recent injury, holy hell, he is fast.
He got quick.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what cardio routine he was
Yeah.
on, but he is no longer kind of the slow lumbering tag me in when it's opportune for me. Like
his
he moves around
Sister
quick.
Abigail was kind of slow back in the day, but now he hits it so quick that it really looks menacing.
yes.
And I think that's the best part about it. I'm trying to think if there was a certain, like, if Bray Wyatt had the sister Abigail kicked out in recent memory, like,
No.
post-injury.
Nope.
I can't think of one. I
There
think
isn't
if
one. It's-
only one, it might have been John Cena, but that's just because it's John Cena.
That's because John Cena, and you don't beat John Cena.
Well, I mean,
Unless
let's talk
you're in
about
an
that
elimination
because
chamber.
He got clean pins on
Yeah.
both John Cena and AJ Styles.
Here's the thing: John Cena doesn't have good luck when it comes to elimination chamber.
No, he doesn't.
Like he just does not. Even when he wins, he loses. Like it's not, like when
Isn't
John,
that every match he's in?
well, like John Cena no. Let's be real. Sometimes John Cena wins and then wins and then wins. But in the elimination chamber, you almost got to feel like John Cena's like sitting there in the meeting, and they're like, "All right, we're doing the elimination chamber," and John Cena just kind of hears those words and he like tenses up. And they're, "What's wrong, John?
He
Nothing.
just
Nothing."
slumps
You're
over.
gonna
And
drop the
then they're-
title tonight, John. I know we don't have a Money in the Bank, but you're actually gonna lose in the elimination chamber this time.
Like, well,
Oh.
been there, done that.
At least I didn't have to bleed.
Yeah.
They say elimination chamber, and the first thing that John hears in his head is Jenna,
I'm dying. I'm dying. But with Bray Wyatt, I think it's going to come to a culmination. Even though Randy Orton is saying that he doesn't want to fight Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania,
That's gonna break. That's got to break.
I'm waiting for that swerve to happen.
Like,
I'm
I don't
waiting
want it to
for
be a Chris Jericho KO level of swerve, but there's no way they let Randy win at the Royal Rumble and him just be like,
That's good.
I'm good. It's like, what? No.
And honestly, I want Bray to hold the title for quite a long time too. It helps him build his family. Family. I said
well,
it weird.
I mean, we have Eric Rowan coming back soon, so that's gonna happen.
Big
so,
Red.
But here's the thing, though. Would Eric side with this new Wyatt or the classic Wyatt?
Here's the thing, and here's my kind of pseudo theory is that all this thing with Randy, because Randy is as heel can be right now.
Oh no, absolutely. Although,
but Bray, the way they're positioning him right now is about to be a face. Like if you watch what's going on, you watch what's happening, Bray's about to be a face. Now, does Rowan come back and side with Luke? If he does, then boom, Luke and Rowan are heels, and that solidifies Bray as a babyface title holder.
but we just made Harper though.
I know
face.
we've said it, but is he technically still a face, or is he just a lovable heel?
He is just a big sweaty face right now.
I just think
That's
they're
where the
prepping
stains come
Bray
from.
for that.
He is like
Because-
creepy uncle that you think is like, but then you turn out
Creepy,
that
but he's like a nice guy, and he makes
yeah,
really
he's
great
like
sweet
creepy,
tea.
but then you catch him down at the homeless shelter volunteering. You're like, oh, still creepy, but you know what? That's cool. I dig that.
I think when it comes down to all of it, Bray might be a face,
Mhm.
but if they do not pair Luke with Eric or anyone else, I think he could go into it as a heel champion, and he will continue to be a heel champion,
Yeah.
and he might even bring on more people onto the Wyatt family, because remember, he even tried to bring Daniel Bryan into the Wyatt family. He
Well,
tried to
they've
bring John
decided to
Cena
bring a
into
lot
the
of
Wyatt family.
They tried to bring Xavier Woods into the Wyatt family,
Which I still kind of believe that should happen.
no,
It
Especially
should
with
have,
that little
because-
spot at Royal Rumble.
Yes.
I still think it should happen.
yeah, but then that breaks up the New Day, and there is no way that WWE is breaking up the New Day. That is such a market, like, they don't even have, they just, like, think about it. Nowadays, what does the New Day do now that they've won the title? They're still the New Day doing
They're
the
hosting
New Day
WrestleMania
things.
now.
They
And
are
they
hosting
have
WrestleMania.
apparently a secret ice cream recipe.
Look, I hope that's real. Okay, I want some so bad. I hope that's
But
real.
with Bray, it's like I think that Bray can survive on his own without the Wyatt family.
He
Yes,
can.
the Wyatt family is amazing. It's awesome. And I think it's one of the best heel stables we've seen in a long time. But moving from that,
Pre-New Day being heel.
the eventual demise of Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton is going to lead to what I think, and of course, I was talking to Ace during Elimination Chamber, and every prediction I had got busted, so I made a new one as soon as it ended. It's like, oh, look, this guy's going to win now. Nope, okay, I'm done. But I did say Bray Wyatt winning it from day one. And
I think we all kind of saw it. We all
yes,
kind of
we
saw
did.
Bray winning.
Was announced to be
It's
in the
not that he
elimination
deserves it. It
chamber.
works with the
kind of a
story.
given.
Yeah.
But what I see with
Bray
like,
can survive.
Bray, just real quick, that Bray will have a great singles run for at least half the year. And
Yes.
hopefully he keeps that title for half a year. And then all of a sudden, you see the Wyatt family, but like a really different Wyatt family. So kind of like if you think the Attitude Era, Triple H in the DX Army, you know, with Badass Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, X-Pac, you might see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Or
what
the
else does
corporate
a-
ministry when they revealed that.
Yeah.
You know what else does a lot for Bray Wyatt? And it's something that like is obvious, but you also don't really like think about it. His entrance did wonders for him by being a heel that people could get behind.
Yeah.
His Firefly stuff.
So
Like,
many people participate in that. And then I think
I've been a part of
you've
one,
seen
and I
it.
don't even care. Like,
I saw it live at the Royal Rumble and couldn't get the flashlight on my phone to work fast enough
look,
to be a member of it. First of all,
I
it didn't
heard that
matter.
the
It
Wyatts
was-
were coming up. I like had my phone pulled up,
Well,
ready
we
to
didn't
go.
know they were coming up because it was the Rumble.
Yeah.
like I have
In
no
the-
idea it was coming. But
The
like,
SmackDown I was on, they announced like coming up next.
to see it live, to see the reaction, to see the fact that Bray Wyatt gets the same reaction as John Cena.
Oh yeah, like heel or face, people participate in it as if like he is the man.
mhm.
The roof came off the Alamo Dome. The roof came off whenever
Oh,
Bray
yeah.
Wyatt came out.
And it's such a weird thing because like people cheer it, but at the same time, like it's a somber, solemn thing because like of the type of entrance it is.
But it grabs their attention. And I think that's the best part when it comes to his entrance.
Because with his entrance, it's
You're a part of it now.
For a minute and a half, you are a part of the Wyatt family.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. You're part of this now.
Mhm.
Enjoy the show.
We're about to wrap up. Do you guys got a couple other things about Bray Wyatt? Because I do have one.
I'll let you do yours first because
Just a little fantasy thing. If
Mhm.
everything I say is right, which, you know, more than likely
It
it
won't
won't be. So if he goes half a year with the championship and then he brings back the Wyatt family, just think what would happen in half a year with other stables. I secretly, hopefully, want a Shield reunion to face the Wyatt family.
but that won't make Roman Reigns look strong.
we always gotta make Roman Reigns look strong.
You know, the official
He
WWE
would look
handbook
strong
states.
if he took like 5 or 6 Sister Abigails,
the
like
official
consecutively.
WWE handbook states.
I mean, they are beating Roman Reigns down right now with Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Like to have 3
but
spears denied.
It's Braun Strowman. Like apparently they only know one way to book Braun Strowman.
He's 2017's Goldberg.
So,
Besides
well,
the fact that Goldberg's here.
Yeah.
he's 2015 Big Show is what he is.
Yeah. So for me, for Bray Wyatt, what I see happening is I see him prevailing at WrestleMania in a triple threat match against Luke Harper and Randy Orton.
Mm.
They got to put
Me-
Randy in, or else it'll just be stupid.
And because Randy Orton and Luke Harper just beat the crap out of each other while Bray Wyatt's sitting on the side in a rocking chair. And but I see that building up. I do see maybe Rowan coming back with Luke, but then after all this happens, Randy Orton's cast aside, and then the original Wyatt family minus Braun Strowman comes back together.
It should always be minus Braun Strowman.
No, it shouldn't. Braun Strowman is amazing.
No, Braun Strowman has like when he was just the dude in the black mask, and that's all you ever saw him. He was great. Whoa, who's his name? Big guy. But now that he's got a name, like he's
Braun
only good
Strowman
at.
kind of irked me when he first came out, but he kind of grew on me at the end of the days with the Wyatt family before he went to Raw.
I'm just glad that Braun Strowman has normal matches to win, like the match on SmackDown where he wrestled Big Show.
Oh, you mean Raw?
That was
On
Go
Raw.
ahead.
Yeah, this week on Raw.
whatever on Raw. You know what I mean?
That was a good
Um,
match.
That was a
That was
good match.
That was an amazing match.
Yeah,
And it was a normal singles match, and there was no screw jobs. There was no funny business. Just two big guys straight up wrestling.
Before we end, I would just want to say that there's nothing normal about two 400-pound men in a ring together.
Well, okay,
so
as
that is not a normal singles match.
Compared to Braun's previous matches where it's, well, here's insert generic name, ready to tackle, Braun Strowman. And like, I'm surprised that every time they do a squash match, it's not like the ref, the nobody, and then there's like a lawyer that's like making the guy sign a release form. There was a moment with Braun the other day, it was like a week or two ago, when he got really mad, and he had just did like a 3-on-1 or a 4 versus 1 handicap match and won.
People in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and he ran back to Mick Foley and was like, I need more. And I'm like, what, 6v1? What do you want? Like,
no, he got the big dog. Remember, he got the big dog.
But his specific words were, I need, there's not enough, I need more. And I'm like, what do you need? Like 6v1? Like, do you want us to just do a lumberjack match, but you're just in there by yourself? Like, what do you want, Braun?
I love that.
If they want a challenge, always feed him to the big dog.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's be honest that Roman Reigns is probably going to beat Braun Strowman somehow.
He's got to, or else he won't look strong.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to look strong. See, that's what I hate about it. And I know we're out of time, and I don't care. That's what I hate about it, because they've been making Roman Reigns look like a big old baby back piece of poop.
Yeah.
Past couple weeks, just getting those spears shut down.
If me and Ron's theory is correct, he's going through almost a what am I trying to say? A show off, Dolph Ziggler kind of thing, where he's realizes like there's only one thing I can do. Like in his recent match, where he just like, screw it, chairs.
Yep.
I think that's what's building.
They're building up to a heel turn with Roman.
They've got to be building up to a heel.
Roman should have been a heel a year and a half ago.
He was when the Shield was heel, and then when they broke up,
he's being cocky again.
The problem is when the Shield broke up, you had an obvious heel, so you couldn't have another heel. Like they both had to be semi-face against Rollins. Like,
yeah,
but I think that kind of ruined.
Well, I don't think Dean Ambrose would ever make a good heel. So.
Well, he's kind of like, as weird as it sounds, he's the Deadpool of wrestlers, where he's just like, I'm crazy.
He's chill. He's a very chill dude.
Well, I don't know if I would use the word chill.
Wait until you see Total Divas season 6, 7?
Look, if we're just going to keep referencing that as like...
Listen, don't judge me. I'm on season 1 right now.
Dude,
I'm not judging. I'm not judging you.
I haven't been watching it. I've already watched 8 episodes in the past day and a half.
I'm not judging you out loud, I promise. Internally, maybe.
Bray Wyatt is set for...
If Bray Wyatt appears on Total Divas.
Yes. Here is a very, very bold prediction. With what they're doing with Bray Wyatt, and as hard as he works, and as good as he is on the ring and on the microphone, he is setting himself up right now for a Hall of Fame career.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I agree. Absolutely agree.
I fully agree he's this generation's Undertaker. I don't know if I see him having the same longevity that Taker currently runs with, but he's definitely setting himself up to be Hall of Fame. Like,
yep,
I can see it.
So Dean Ambrose even said it slowly and quietly.
Here's the thing. I agree that The Miz is setting it up. However, I'm really tired of Ms. Bryant. Let's just call it that. Ms.
Aren't
Bryant.
you ready for John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice at WrestleMania?
No.
I would dig that.
No. Because here's the
it's
thing.
happening. It just got set up this past week.
You know why that's stupid? Because here's how they decided to incorporate it. They were like, we've got Nikki and Natalya, but we know that's going to run out soon. Let's constantly have Maurice just be nearby when they fight. That's how you set up a feud, right?
Up in her face.
Yeah.
That's how you set up a feud, right? What's that? Maurice clearly saw Natalya throw Nikki into her and knows it's not Nikki's fault at all. No. We had to have Maurice mad at Nikki because reasons.
But I also think they're kind of playing it up because Total Divas season 7 or 8, whatever.
Do not build a wrestling storyline to build up Total Divas.
No. But it was like a real life thing that happened because Maurice was supposed to come back to the WWE after, I guess, her contract expired. But there was like some backstage politics where both Nikki and Brie Bella were I guess, signed before her. And then they didn't want Maurice there. So Maurice didn't get her job back. And then on Total Divas, recently, she came back and she got all up in Brie's face about it and let everyone know.
Well,
so I
if
think
she'd
there's a little
stopped
bit of animosity
sucking-
there. I don't know.
I don't know. But well, first of all, Maurice hasn't been in a match in 5 years.
Yeah.
No, and that's what's silly. It's
In
like,
5 years.
let's get
But
behind
she's
this
been
person.
working out though.
You know what I was doing 5 years ago? I was watching TNA.
Wow, here we go.
We're back at it. It comes full circle. So
It
I
always
guess
does.
This is the podcast.
Just a word.
This one was a really good one. I love this one. And I
We gotta
really
have
want to
that
talk
more
about
often.
like Bray Wyatt some more, and then basically I want to like
You wanna do
Mel,
Talking
I wanna have
Smack
you back
afterwards?
So we could just like goo goo gaga all over like Total Divas, Total Bellas, all of that stuff. Sound
Make
good?
sure I'm there because we can't just have a orgasm fest. I've got to play devil's advocate.
I'm down to make this an hour-long segment with 15 minutes
Ron's
dedicated to Bray Wyatt.
I'm not. I gotta go to bed. I guess that's it. Episode 4 in the books. I'll see you guys next time. See you later.